Hey guys, how is it going? Karaya here, and welcome back to the channel. As we all know, the World Cup has just begun in Qatar and we're already 1/3 of the way through the group stage, with each team now having played one game, starting off with Qatar versus Ecuador and finishing just this evening with Brazil versus Serbia. So I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at 3 winners and 3 losers from the first week of the Qatar World Cup 2022. We'll start off on a positive note with our first winner of the first week, Bukayo Saka. The English bias may be speaking here, however, he's definitely won the first week, coming back from his really bad penalty miss, and he was at rock bottom to scoring 2 goals in a World Cup opener against Iran, one of which was an absolute peach of a half volley from the corner as well. I don't think anyone would have blamed him if he'd have felt a bit sorry for himself this season and with England after what happened in Euro 2020, missing that vital penalty in the final. But he's really done himself proud, both with Arsenal and with England, having the season of his life and opening in absolute style last weekend. The first losers on this list have to be Canada. Played so well against Belgium but ultimately fell to a 1-0 defeat. Alphonso Davies missing his first penalty for Canada. To be honest, for me, he never really looked like scoring, but they had some really good opportunities, played a lot better, I think, than everyone expected. And although this will be a loss for Canada, given that they had a great chance to draw or even win the game, I think they will be able to take great confidence in the fact that they put up such a great showing against the FIFA ranked number 2 team in the world. Our second winners on this list have to be the underdog teams, specifically Japan and Saudi Arabia. The World Cup so far has had quite a few 0-0 draws, which have been slightly disappointing, but whoa, what a way to make up for it with those 2 games, huh? I mean, Argentina going 1-0 up through a Lionel Messi penalty immediately after half-time, 2-1 down, and Saudi Arabia absolutely phenomenal. They were incredibly organised. I think 9 out of the 11 players on that team played for Al Hilal, so it was basically just another league match for them, and it really showed with their togetherness, and they knew where each other was going to be at all times. And to play that high line against such an attacking Argentina team was very lucky because they had 3 offside goals ruled out. But you have to have confidence to do it, and that really enabled them to push up the pitch in those moments of counter-attack, start on the front foot and really hit Argentina where it hurts. And I think that will go down as one of the games of the World Cup. If not this World Cup, then any World Cup. It was truly phenomenal. I think they were ranked 52nd in the world. Argentina definitely up there, I believe, in the top 5. And yeah, it's what it's all about. Moving on to the second cup set, Japan versus Germany. Japan also 1-0 down from a penalty, managed to pull it back in the second half. Some brilliant substitutions from the Japanese manager, some great fight and desire from the Japanese team. And I'll just give them a lot of credit now for leaving that dressing room super clean, and to their fans as well, who have been doing the rounds on Twitter, clearing up the stadiums after every game. So kudos to Japan for that. But moving on to the losers now, Germany and Argentina have to be in there, the 2 big teams, and especially Germany, given how difficult it's going to be for them now to progress in the group. Argentina only really have to play Poland and Mexico, who, although they won't be easy games, I do expect them to be able to win at least one of them and get a draw on the other and safely see themselves through. Germany, on the other hand, have it much more difficult. You would assume, given Costa Rica's recent display, that Japan would beat them and beat them relatively comfortably as well. And that means that Germany would have to beat Spain in order to stand a chance of progressing in the group. So the next game really is a must-win for Germany, and given their opponents, that is likely to be a tall order. So our final winners of this first week of World Cup action are Spain. I said in my predictions that they would grow into the tournament. I think they've done that slightly quicker than I expected, putting 7 past Costa Rica. Okay, not necessarily the most difficult of opponents. However, they still had to get the job done. A really, really young squad, lots of question marks over their experience and whether they had enough firepower going forwards. I think they've probably answered a lot of those questions the other night. And like I say, they are looking in pretty formidable shape for their next game against Germany next week, which will be an absolutely crucial and enthralling match to watch. And finally, we have to end on a little more somber note, and the final losers of this video are referees and the concussion protocols. When I say those words, immediately the images of the Iranian goalkeeper and the Saudi Arabian defender spring to mind, both of whom got kicked in the face, or kneed in the face, and suffered really quite bad injuries. And in both cases, the protocol from the refs and just the rules in general just really haven't been very good at all. Both times the players were sort of left to fend for themselves for a little while, and then when the help did arrive, it wasn't necessarily of an appropriate standard, especially in the Iran game where the keeper had actually managed to get back up and restart the game only to collapse again a few seconds later, and that should never have happened. He should have come off straight away. So hopefully there is room to learn there for the officials and the rule makers at this World Cup to prevent really serious injuries from happening. So there we have it. There are 3 winners and 3 losers from the opening week of World Cup action. There'll be another one of these next week, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more World Cup content, and I'll see you very, very soon.